You're on record as having said that the administration either deliberately misled people on what led to the deaths of the ambassador and those three other Americans, or it was just gross incompetence. Now, Susan Rice, who is the UN ambassador at this point, was pretty much the point person on this for the administration. She went out on the Sunday shows and first said that it was not a planned terrorist attack, but was a result of a spontaneous demonstration. She is now being mentioned as one of those being considered for Secretary of State. Do you think what she said during the early days of this investigation, should that factor in any way on whether she should be considered as Secretary of State?
Absolutely, without a doubt. I generally defer to presidential selections for cabinets and judges. I voted for both Supreme Court judges, not because I would have chosen, because the president has a lot of leeway, and if they're qualified people, I tend to support presidential picks. However, I do reserve unto myself and other members of Congress the ability to say no when justified. I cannot imagine promoting anybody associated with Benghazi at this point. It's not just what she said after. How did the place become a death trap for months? Why did we keep it open or not reinforce it? There are too many questions to be answered. I don't quite frankly trust her rendition of Benghazi, so I think Susan Rice would have an incredibly difficult time getting through the Senate. I would not vote for her unless there's a tremendous opening up of information explaining herself in a way she has not yet done.
Well, I mean, would you try to lead a move to block her from getting the nomination if in fact she is nominated?
I'm not entertaining promoting anybody that I think was involved with the Benghazi debacle. We need to get to the bottom of it. The president has a lot of leeway with me and others when it comes to making appointments, but I'm not going to promote somebody who I think has misled the country or is either incompetent. That's my view of Susan Rice. There are other people out there. I don't want to fight with the president over something like this, but there has to be an accountability. You just can't let this happen and act as if there are no consequences. And one of the consequences to me is that Susan Rice needs to be held accountable.